I constantly say this to myself, that I am amazing. I think from day one when you're born as a female and black, you're told you're shit, told you're nothing, that you are below someone else. Constantly. As a young person, especially as a teenager, especially as a female, mixed heritage, and so I told myself that no, I am good. I'm talented, I'm interesting, I'm kind, and I have people that love me. At one point in my life, pretty sure I moved out of London into the countryside, and I was the only black girl in the village. And I had a really miserable time, but I didn't really realise it until I moved back to London, and I said to my mum, I said, you know what, I really hate primary school. I wasn't encouraged to be different. So in school, she asked the teacher, Miss Gold, everybody where they're from. And most people were saying next door. And then she's like, okay, mum's from Paris, born in Paris, shows everyone on the map where Paris is, where France is. So my dad's from Nigeria. He's not actually from Lagos, but I didn't want to say Abuja because no one will know that Lagos was actually the most known place in Nigeria. So she can't find Nigeria, but she doesn't ask me to show the class where it is. Just goes into the next one. I was like, I was embarrassed at that point to say I was Nigerian. I was so embarrassed that I wasn't 100% European or that I was part black. And that's why I really miss London. I literally don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, there's like, oh God. There's no time to worry. Love people and show love all the time. You never know what someone's going through. They could be the bitchiest person, the nastiest person you've met, but please show understanding. Any action you take, you are a reflection of yourself. If I shout at you, if I give you an evil stare, it's because I'm not comfortable. It's not because I don't like you. I wish more people would see it like that. Especially as someone who has been in racist situations. That's not because there's something wrong with me, that's because they don't understand it. And they don't want to understand it, or they can't, they're embarrassed that they don't understand it. They can't comprehend where I come from, especially because I'm not a stereotypical black girl. So that confuses people, like especially white middle class.
Just to get out of my comfort zone, like this is so far out of what I would normally do. I was just like, you know what, fuck it, like I've moved countries, I can do this, like I can be around strangers that I don't know before, so just to say that I'm willing to do it. So I was born in Australia. My parents are from South Yorkshire, but my dad also is Nigerian. So I had the same thing with you as people just being like, what are you? Like, so why is your mum white? Why is your little sister white but you're black? Like, I've had that all my life, and just people not really understanding about what my family's about or anything like that. So yeah, I'm Australian, and yeah. I moved to London in December and started working pretty much straight off my flight, a week into it. And then I decided London was way too expensive, and I just didn't have time to really be the creative side that I wanted to do while I was working here. So I'm starting again in Doncaster and hopefully come back and have my shit together. I came to England with, I did not want a boyfriend or anything like that. Like I was so determined, like no, single life, just like be by yourself, like learn about myself. And I met a Hungarian boy at my work, the chef. Like I had a schoolgirl crush. I've never felt like that before. I was like, no, I have to pursue it. So yeah, he had someone like that romantic and like that in tune, and I just didn't have to change. I was just completely who I was. So yeah, to find someone like him just at work, you know, randomly, like I caught him having a joint, and I was like, can I have some of that? From then, like, it was just instant. Physical, this is weird, but I like my feet because I can fit in kid size as well. So the best of both worlds, like cheap Converse, cheap Vans. I'm a size 3, but sometimes like 2 as well. Emotionally though, I think my favorite part of myself is like how sentimental and like sensitive I am. Like I feel things, like I feel on like a different level. Like any minuscule thing, like I feel it. And I'm just mushy, like anyone around me, like I go out of my way just to make sure they know they're appreciated. Like that's my way of I'm not outgoing, but I'm very like in tune with the people around me. So
I think today and in general is definitely being judged. I find it very hard not to be overly concerned by other people might think of me, their opinions of me. I find that really difficult to set aside, so this is a whole new level of vulnerability. Yeah, like countless. I think firstly for being a woman, I think that is one thing that I've definitely noticed throughout my life, like not being allowed the same opportunities to be expressive. I think even down to like playing with mud and stuff like that, being able to really be sort of like dirty and be human as well, just to really sort of engage with the world around me. I think I found because I've got a female body, people expect me to be somewhere other than where I am. I've been shaking the whole time that other people seem like really confident and have all of this like self-awareness and self-approval as well. And I think self-approval is something that I've really struggled with, and so much so I've worn layers to try and cover up. No, I don't feel confident. I love my bum. I love my bum because it is literally my biggest asset. I love my bum so much. I had it illustrated on Instagram. The guy that did the illustration, he nailed it. Like, I felt confident, I felt fantastic, I felt like myself, and it's literally like this section of my body is in this picture, and I just feel great. I love how it looks. I love women, and all I want to do ever is empower and create passion with women. That's the majority of the reason that I'm here, absolutely. I find I have, on my self-conscious level, a real jealousy of other women. I find it very difficult not to be jealous of women. Even as soon as all of us were here, I thought I'm probably the biggest dress size that's here. I thought I'm probably the most average looking person here, like there isn't anything spectacular about me at all. And yeah, I find it really hard not to be jealous of other women's style and charisma and just the way that they're put together, and they're so beautiful, like women are so gorgeous, and sometimes I feel like I'm not a part of that because I don't feel like I'm on the same plane. I did not expect to have my tits out. What I really want to do is drain all of this like self-acceptance off of everybody that's in the room, and I want to feel some of it for myself. Like I really want to be at a point where I leave and I think you did a great thing for you today. That's what I want to get out of it.
I lost a lot of weight, which has really, really upset me. I used to have a big bum and big boobies, and now I feel like I've just like completely shrunk, which makes me feel like I don't feel like a woman anymore. I don't feel womanly. I don't feel like I can give my boyfriend something to hold on to. That sort of, in the social media at the moment, it's all about Kim Kardashian and big asses and big tits, and I'm like, I kind of had that when it wasn't popular and when people were like, you've got a fat ass. It was kind of all about being skinny and whatever, and I was always really, really body confident, and I'd get my tits out my ass all the time, and I felt really confident, and I got poorly and I lost a lot of weight, and now I feel like bony and I don't feel like confident in myself. And I kind of, like when you were saying that you feel like you were the biggest dress size, like you've got like the most amazing body, and like you've got like, I want my wobbly bits back and I want my big bum back, and I feel a bit like I've kind of lost that. My mental health, my object I bought today was a yo-yo. I'm very up and down. It's constantly lingering, and I think that it does just sneak up on me sometimes, and there's been more than 100 occasions when I've been caught out and experienced a lot of distress emotionally, or on the other hand been really embarrassed because I've been so happy and hyper and everyone thinks that I'm like really childish or weird, or I've been too loud, or I've been too much of everything. So I think that that's kind of something that I'm dealing with myself, but it's constantly like scares me that it's just going to ruin everything, because it has a lot of times before. But I'm really resilient, and I've got a really big heart, and I think that the fact that I've been through a lot and I'm still here and I'm still fighting and I'm still good, I'm alright, I'm really content at the moment, everything's kind of going good, and I'm really proud of I'm still shaking, but I'm really proud of myself for coming here today and being with other girls, because I used to have so many girl mates and they all broke my heart more than a guy ever could. They slept with my boyfriend, they bitched about me, set up fake Facebooks, I was trolled, I was like literally like put down so much and made me feel like I didn't fit in because I wasn't flirting with all the guys and I wasn't how they expected me to be, that it kind of made me be like, well, I don't want friends then. Like, if that's what that is, that's what I thought what friends did. And it's just been so nice to meet like real human girls that are really lovely and crazy and weird and make me feel kind of normal. I'm kind of a bit away from it, but I think that it's really easy to get sucked into the whole kind of front of social media and what's expected of us and how we're meant to live. And I think that if we just remember that actually we're all the same, we are all emotional, we've all got our own personalities, you know, we're not, you know, we don't have in real life thousands of people following us around, like, you know, we're at the end of the day we all go home, we all go to bed at night and think about whatever shit, and that we're all real and we don't have to be intimidated by any other girls.
I've always been super self-conscious, but that's kind of like infiltrated by, my mum's a really strong woman, but she's extremely physically, like, you have to be pretty. It's always been her focus in my life, and my dad used to tell her off all the time. You don't need to tell her that, but she's just going to think that's all she has. And then I went to uni and like I went through it and I was like, yeah, I'm smart, I can do this, and I just didn't really see things like that. And my lecturer was like, Sydney, you know, you should really be on TV, like, you're so pretty, why are you always behind the camera? And it was like no, because she was quite old as well, she was at my mum's age, so it's kind of like that generation really focuses on physical, and I was like, I kind of just want to let go of it, like, because I feel myself slipping into it so easy, because it's like proper drain, like drummed into you from childhood that's so important. And I was like, I feel like just laying everything bare would just get rid of that. Recently, because I just came back from uni, so I just came straight back to London, it was kind of like overwhelming. And I just went into my shell and was just like, oh, I'm just going to work every day and that's all I do. All I did was work and then not see my friends, not do anything else. I just want to sleep the rest of the time. And then I had like a week off from work and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. And I was like, what do I like doing? So it made me have to like look at things that I actually enjoy, do stuff more for me. I was like, oh, okay, I like taking photos, so let me do that. So I just started to like doing things that I wanted to do, and now that's all I can focus on, so it feels like work is my background thing. So I work, but that's not what I want to do, and I've like reassured myself that that's not what I'm going to do forever. I'm going to be stuck in a retail job. It's not all I can do. So I'm just excited to keep investing in myself. I used to be really timid as a kid because it was kind of more just be seen and not heard. I didn't ever speak, I never had a voice. I just didn't even know who I was just a puppet. My mum would tell me what to say when we went to gatherings and things, and I used to just do exactly what she said all the time. It was just went through a rebellious like teenage phase. It wasn't actually a proper like skinny rebellious phase. It was like I'm not going to listen to my mum anymore. My mum kind of pushed me away for that, so then we had a really bad relationship where she's like, oh, what happened to my little girl? And I was like, I'm not her anymore. I have a voice and I have all these views and opinions that she doesn't accept. I had to move out from home recently to understand that I actually like her as a person. Like, she finds it really easy to speak to women, and like she just goes up to anyone on the street and just talks to them and be like, oh, I really like your outfit, where'd you get it from? Like, she just talks to anyone, anywhere. And I kind of want that. So I try so hard to do that, and if I see a girl and I think, oh, she's stunning, I like to tell them, like, you look so beautiful. And it's just like, I feel like I want to, because if someone comes up to me and says that, you feel like, that's so genuine, like, why would you do that to a random person on the street? But because you've done it, and it's kind of like, no, I get that they actually feel it.
So I do modelling, and I feel like I might just get stuck doing that. And that's not really what I want to be doing like at all. It's just money, it's good money. But I feel like when it's like online, it's fine, it's just someone saying it's nice, whatever, and then when it's actually in person, like, it depends who it is, to be honest. If it's just someone coming past, like, on the way here, like, these bunch of guys come past, like, and they just said, oh shit, I was just there, I just don't even speak to you, like, stop it! Because it's just not nice, like, you know what they want, it's nothing, it's just to say something, like, for them, even. Yeah, just to be like, just because they can. I wouldn't do that to a boy. I wouldn't. Someone came up to me and like said to me, and I was just, it wasn't nice. I was just like, okay, that's cool, thanks. He was like, well, fuck you then. I was like, oh, shit, that's pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
To show my skin to girls, like I've never done something like that before because you know I'm always around boys. Like I only have one boyfriend, so it's kind of hard for me right now to show some skin. I'm excited about my future because I've been planning so much. I want to study, I want to move to Berlin and study there and travel around. And I recently met a guy in LA and we are planning things. So basically I never thought I would meet someone like him because he's just like me. He can't really open up to people and he's quiet and he just had like problems with his family. His dad is in jail and it's like, I don't know, he understands me and I understand him. It's good that he's just like me. We have the same music taste and by girls it's fine, but boys is different. I'm scared, like if it's not too sexually then it's fine, but then I don't know, I'm just scared to say thank you if a guy says you have a nice body. I just can't accept that as a compliment. I don't know. Because I'm a Muslim and we are strict, you know. So it's different for me to accept compliments. My hair in the morning, just in the morning when it's quiet. But that's it. Like nothing on my body, I guess. I mean, I can't open up to people, but sometimes I just like being quiet and not to talk much. That's why people like me, like especially guys. They like it because I don't talk about anything. I just don't care about people, you know. And I like that. I kind of like that. But it's hard sometimes. It's hard for me to make friends because I had a best friend for like 18 years, a girl, and she literally dumped me because of her boyfriend, because her boyfriend didn't like me. And how can you dump your best friend for 18 years? The guy you just met like 3 years ago. That was like the worst part of my life. I cried for a year. And yeah, that's why I don't have girlfriends. I just wish I would have a best friend. But sometimes you just need someone to talk about, like, I can't talk with boys about a guy, you know? And this is what I really miss, like, about having a best friend, a female best friend. To be more confident about my body.
I feel the most, like, me felt, probably. Like, I think my whole life leading to where I am today has been, like, searching, trying to figure it out and trying to be whatever true is and like find whatever the real is. And so I feel like I'm not there at all and like this is such a long, weird journey of life and like I don't want to rush it. But where I am now is like the most comfortable I've been, the most like present and aware I've felt so far. Yeah. My biggest fear is because life's so short, like I don't want to not understand everything. It's such a learning thing. I want to know everything and I want to feel everything, but I want to understand like all of you and I want to understand myself and I want to like make those connections because I feel like that's all it is. That's why we're here. And to feel stuff, understand what that means and to try and feel what isn't yours and what is someone else's. So yeah, I think my biggest fear is not having enough time to fully do that. I'm hoping to be reminded that like you can find friends anywhere and that all it takes is to sort of put yourself in that position and to take yourself out of that mentality that we're all competing. That's what we get fed, like sexism has moved into a new age where it's not so much like you're constantly being told you're an object, but you're told that we're still competing, like I have to be better than you otherwise I'm terrible or whatever, which is just ridiculous. But we all need to be sisters if we're gonna get anywhere, like to stand together. So to be reminded of like the girl army. That's why. I guess just being yourself and staying true to whatever that is, no matter how anyone else feels about it or like anyone else says to you. Just being exactly as you want to be and feeling exactly what you want to feel, however like intense it is or how numb it is or like whatever it is, just be whatever it is that you are, and that's enough to make you like ridiculously special and important.
You know, just being open, like recognizing myself as one, because I suffered a lot, like a big loss in a relationship that took a lot of me. I forgot about myself. I was kind of like existing through him. You know, I just came back to London a month and a half ago, kind of like, you know, just trying to figure out again what I want. Well, actually just did it because I wanted to feel inspired, because London can be so cold, like literally, and like, you know, but like not me as a Latina, it's like it's weird. Even how we talk and how we approach to people, we touch people, we see people through the eyes. We are kind of like putting a lot there. It's kind of overwhelming for Europeans. Like, I don't want to offend anyone, and at the same time I want to stay genuine and true. It's hard. Sometimes it feels like, am I in the right place? And I wanted, honestly, to have this experience to just like feel inspired and motivated and be reminded that it doesn't even matter, you know, if you're Latino, European or whatever. It's like, well, people are gonna accept you for who you are. Oh, women? You mean? Well, yeah. Seriously, I'm such a feminist. I love women in general. I mean, you're gonna find assholes being men, women, or whatever. I did have this situation where my friends, they were like super close to me, especially one, a female friend. We were like inseparable. All of a sudden, she somehow like changed me for another friend that was also my friend, and they somehow like changed me, you know, in both their lives for each other. I started thinking like I was becoming crazy, because in general, I've been always the glue of my friends. Like I've been connecting them and feel like super happy to do that. So for the first time I felt like this is not cool. But it's just that I know they have their own shit as well. So the other day I met this girl, Elena. She was so lovable. Immediately she felt like no family almost. And I just met her. We both felt like, oh my god, you're so cool. You know, when you understand that the other person is as committed and generous as you are, you can relax and just keep all, because the other person will do the same. This woman that was just taking me to this place that I had to go, and I was like so lost in Hackney Week, that side I didn't know. And she was like, okay, but where do you have to go? Let me give you a lift, I'm early to pick up my son from school. And I was like, really? Yeah, okay. And that's just like, thank you. And she was like, so pleased to meet me. And it was like, wow. This is something I said to myself a lot, because I need to remind me this. And like the only permanent thing is change. That's like the only permanent thing ever. Embrace change, and you'll get to understand you so much better, you know, if you just face the struggle. That's it. You know, you're gonna get through some obscure shit, but you're gonna be like in a whole other level, and you're gonna be so proud.